Hi, friends, family, and people of the internet. Thank you for joining me today in this online space. I'm very excited to share this practice with you. It's about 60 minutes, so if you have that time and you're choosing to share it with me, thank you. A couple things I want to go over first before we get started. Props. If you like to take shoulder stand supported, we'll take shoulder stand at the end. So if you like to take it supported with a block, you might want to have that handy. And if you like to have a blanket to pad your knees when you're in kneeling positions, you might want that too. Other than that, there's no poses that specifically request you to have a block, so you'll be okay without one. You'll be okay without any props. And one more thing is, if you can set your mat up so that when you're sitting at the top of your mat and you're facing the front of your mat, the right side of your body is facing your computer. That way, we'll be taking a couple 360s around our mat and facing in all different directions. And we'll be doing a lot of repetition. So that way, the first time that we open up in one direction, you'll be facing the camera and you'll be able to see what's going on. And then the second time, you'll be facing away from the camera. So you'll have a little bit of prior knowledge so you know where you're going. So yeah, those are the only two things that I have as far as maintenance. But other than that, we'll get started. You can begin in a comfortable seat on your mat. Whatever that means for you, if that's easy pose, cross-legged position, or maybe kneeling up on your knees, whatever feels right to you. Just start to settle in, checking in with the body, checking in with the breath, not trying to adjust or change it, just observing it in its natural state. Turning the focus inward, just to note how we're showing up on our mats today. What is the quality of energy in your body today? What's the quality of energy around your body today? Start to settle into this inward observation and commit your focus to the breath, following it with a close attention to get to know yourself better from the inside out. Following your inhales up to the crown of the head and your exhales all the way back down to the base of the spine. I'm going to share with you, before we get started, a little reading from one of my favorite books, The Prophet, Gogoll, and this is on self-knowledge. Your hearts know in silence the secrets of the days and the nights, but your ears thirst for the sound of your heart's knowledge. You would know in words that which you have always known in thought. You would touch with your fingers the naked body of your dreams. And it is well you should. The hidden wellspring of your soul must needs rise and run, murmuring to the sea, and the treasure of your infinite depths would be revealed to your eyes. But let there be no scales to weigh your unknown treasure, and seek not the depths of your knowledge with staff or sounding line, for self is a sea boundless and measureless. Say not, I have found the truth, but rather, I have found a truth. Say not, I have found the path of the soul. Say rather, I have met the soul walking upon my path. For the soul walks upon all paths. The soul walks not upon a line, neither does it grow like a reed. The soul unfolds itself like a lotus of countless petals. Start to breathe a little bit deeper. Just building a little energy, stoking your internal fire, and getting the body ready to move. Inhale deeply and exhale audibly, sighing it out, letting it melt away. Inside you, there is a bright and pure and unwavering consciousness, a potent energy. It's unchanging. It doesn't belong to a sense or a thought. It isn't confined to likes or dislikes. It is that boundless and measureless sea. Your body and breath is like a sacred vessel, a gift that allows you to experience and express that inner light. So start to move it. Start to move your vessel, move your body and your breath in a way that lets the light shine. Make the motions that only you can make. Maybe you rock around the pelvis, making big swooping circles with the spine. Maybe rocking back and forth in cat-cow-like motions. Just wake yourself up from your core, from your spine. Take it in all directions. Moving the spine, waking it up. Bringing a little bit of energy into the body as you move. Inhaling and exhaling all the way. Next exhale, settle back into center, and together we'll inhale and we'll rise the arms up overhead. Stretching, making space in the body, reaching up. And exhale, let the arms fall out to the sides and down, back to the floor. Emptying the breath. Great, inhale together and we rise the arms up. Overhead, we stretch, fingertips long, arms are long. And exhale, melt them down to the sides of the body, coming back to the mat and emptying the breath. One more time, inhaling up, reaching up, stretching, making space for light, space for growth, and exhaling, letting the arms fall down to the side. Great. Inhale together again, rise the arms up. This time take the right hand to the left wrist, reach up and over to the right, making space in the left side of the body. Inhale, come back to center. Switch to the other wrist, left hand to right wrist, reaching up and over to the left side, making space in the right side of the body, feeling the stretch. Inhale, come back to center. Bring the palms of the hands together, sigh it out as you cactus the arms back. Drawing the shoulder blades down the back, spreading the fingertips wide. Inhale, arms back up overhead, stretching up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Great, let's take that again. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead. Right hand to left wrist, reach up and over to the right side. Making space along the left side of the torso. Opening up that left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Switch to the other side and exhale, reaching to the left. Inhale, come back up to center. Hands together and exhale, cactus the arms back. Spreading the fingertips wide, making space in the front of the body. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Keep your hands at heart center. Maybe bring your eyes to close. And set an intention. We have a full 60-minute practice today with a good bit of repetition. So I invite you to be curious and expressive. Use the repetition as a chance to get to know a new expression of yourself. Make new choices. You're not confined to just one. Let your inner light be your guide. Let your purest energy take over. You have time and space to explore, so don't be afraid to make a choice and then change your mind. Don't skip out on trying something new for fear of getting it wrong. You can sweat, you can stretch, you can shake and wobble. You can be strong and steady and confident and beautiful. You can simultaneously walk all these paths. Deep inhale. Sigh it out. You can simultaneously walk all these paths, and so you shall. Let's come to tabletop. We're going to bring our hands and knees to the mat, stacking our wrists right under our shoulders, stacking our knees right under our hips. Yeah? A flat, neutral back. We're going to inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, round the spine, point the tailbone down. Make space in the back of the neck, letting the head hang. Inhale, drop the belly. Tilt the pelvis the other way so the tailbone points up. Lifting the gaze. Exhale, round the spine. Draw the belly in. Inhale, drop the belly. Slide the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, round the spine. Great. Keep moving through these two poses with your breath. Letting it be your guide. Trusting your intuition. Making the motions that only you know how to make. Maybe change it up a little bit. Maybe making circles with the tailbone. Maybe wagging side to side. Looking back and forth. Maybe you keep going with cat-cow. Riding the wave of the breath. Together we'll meet back in a neutral spine. And we're going to find some rotation in the hips. So we'll start with the right. I'm going to extend the right leg straight out behind us. And then we're going to make circles with the hips. So we'll draw the knee into the belly. We'll take the knee out to the side. We'll send the leg straight back behind us like we started. And then we'll draw the knee back into the belly. Continuing that motion in one fluid sweep. Yeah? Making big circles as if there was a marker on our knee. It would draw a circle around the side of our mat. Yeah? Maybe switching directions. Maybe making the circles bigger or smaller. Just taking some time to explore. Trust your intuition. Follow your body and breath. Let it guide you. Make note of what it feels like to be half in motion and half still. Yeah? What is your left hip feeling like right now? Alright, we'll come back to center. We'll extend that right leg out long and step it over the left heel, looking back at the right heel. Making space along the right side of the body. Feeling a little bit of a stretch. Inhale, come back to center. Plant that knee down, come back to tabletop. Shake it out. We're going to take that again on the other side. So left leg extends out long behind us. And we draw that knee into the belly. Take it out to the side and extend it back behind us again. Following that pattern and making the big circle. Moving the hip in all directions, exploring where it can go. Inhaling and exhaling all the while. Don't forget the breath. Let it be your guide. Notice what the right hip is feeling. And when you're ready, Extend that left leg out straight behind you. Step it over the right heel, looking back at the left heel. Feeling a little bit of a stretch. Inhale, come back to center. Plant that knee back down. We're in a neutral tabletop position. Start to sink the hips back, pushing back and finding child's pose. Rest the forehead flat on the ground for a moment. Maybe rocking back and forth, massaging that third eye point. Encouraging and increasing your intuition, that inner vision. Yeah? Trust that intuition to take you where you need to go. Inhale, start to rise the hips up, coming forward towards tabletop again. And then start to sink the hips down, finding cobra pose. Keep a little bit of a bend in the elbows, but draw the heart forward and up. Awesome. Exhale, sink the hips back in the other direction, back towards child's pose. Drawing the tailbone down towards the ground, rounding out the back a little bit. And then inhale, start to lift the belly, lift the hips, and coming forward into cobra pose. Draw the heart forward. Exhale, send the hips back, child's pose. Inhale, lift the hips and come forward to sink them into cobra pose. Exhale, send the hips back. And inhale, send them forward. Once again, riding the wave of this breath in between these two poses. Back and forth. Cobra and down and child's pose. Inhaling and exhaling. Cobra and child's pose. When you're ready, we'll all meet in child's pose. Sinking the hips back. And then we'll lift the hips to curl the toes under and press into the feet, lifting the sit bones up towards the ceiling. We find downward facing dog. Start to pedal out the legs here. This is our first downward dog of the practice. You can find a little bit of motion here. Just waking up the hamstrings, the ankles and toes, the hips a little bit more. Inhale and exhale. Next inhale, start to roll forward towards plank pose. Strong in the hands and the arms. Exhale, lower the knees, the hips, the belly, and the shoulders, all the way down to the ground. Inhale, start to lift the chest. Draw the heart through and up. Find cobra pose again. Exhale, come on back down. Send the hips up and back towards downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs again. We're going to move through that one more time really quick. Next inhale, we'll roll forward to plank pose. Strong plank, draw the belly in. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat or halfway down through your chaturanga. Inhale, scoop the heart forward and up. Upward facing dog or cobra pose. Exhale, send the hips back and up. Downward facing dog. Great. We're going to move through that vinyasa a few times in this practice. So if at any point you don't feel like taking it anymore, it doesn't feel right, your body doesn't want it, feel free to just meet in downward facing dog or to take a rest in child's pose. Pedal out the legs again. Inhale and exhale. And next exhale, start to walk the feet forward, coming towards a forward fold, stepping them in between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, bring the fingertips to the shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Let the head dangle. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up and overhead. standing all the way up, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Empty the breath. Reconnect with your intention. Reconnect with your intuition. Ground through the feet and send that energy deep through your roots. Letting the earth know exactly what you're about to do. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead. Bring right hand to left wrist, reach up and over to the right side. Inhale, come back to center, switch to the other side, bending to the left with an exhale. Inhale, come back to center, palms together. Exhale, cactus the arms back. Sliding the shoulder blades down the back and together. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips to start to fold forward into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands. Step the right foot back. Step the left foot back. Find downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank pose, moving through our vinyasa. We lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, scoop the heart forward, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, send the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Inhale, send the left leg forward, planting the left foot between the hands. Keep those back toes curled under. Squeeze the back glute and start to lift the chest, lift the arms, pressing firm into the foundation of our feet. We find crescent lunge. Reach the arms up overhead. Lift the rib cage away from the pelvis and melt the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Pivot that back foot, that right foot, so that the toes face the outside edge of the mat, the long edge of the mat. Yeah? We're in warrior two. Open the arms out to the side, parallel with the ground. Send the gaze to that left middle finger. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Start to send the right hand down the back leg. Exhale, come forward and find extended side angle. Left elbow to left knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Reaching over. Inhale, reaching the left arm up. Reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side warrior. Reaching the right arm over. Great. Inhale, come back to center. Reach the arms out long. Start to pivot the left toes to face the long edge of the mat so that the feet are now parallel, yeah? Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. Step the heels in just a bit so that the toes turn out. Exhale, bend the knees, cactus the arms back. Goddess pose. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead. Straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, cactus the arms back and sigh it out. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms back. Inhale, raising up. And exhale, sinking down. Inhale, rise the arms up, parallel the feet again. Turn the right toes to face the back short edge of the mat. Bending into that right knee, letting the knee come right over the ankle bone. We're in warrior two again. Open up. Open the arms up, send the gaze forward, and reverse your warrior with an inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep moving through those two poses with your breath in the time that makes sense to you. Letting your intuition be your guide. Feel a little bit of heat. Feel some energy building from the feet and that strong foundation of the legs. Feel it bubbling up into the heart, shooting out the fingertips, and direct that energy out through the fingertips and back and forth through reverse warrior and extended side angle, filling the space around you with your intention. Inhale. We'll meet back in a strong, steady warrior. Arms out to the sides. We're going to pivot on the left toes to face forward and come into crescent lunge again. Now we're facing the back of our mat. Reach the arms up overhead. Inhale, squeeze that back glute. And exhale, hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back. We're in plank pose. Move through your vinyasa or meet us in downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling all the while. Letting your breath be your guide. All right, we're gonna move through that one more time on the other side to get us back to the front of our mat. So we'll take the left foot, we'll step it in between the hands. We'll keep the back toes curled under, pressing into the toes, pressing into the feet. We find a strong foundation. We lift the arms up and we're in crescent lunge. Deep inhale, sigh out your exhale. Squeeze that back glute. Keep those legs firm and strong. Exhale, pivot the right toes, face the back of the mat. You're facing away from the camera now, but you've already done this once, so trust your body to take you where you need to go. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Moving energy, moving the body. We'll meet in a strong, steady warrior when you're ready. And then we'll pivot the left toes to face the long edge of the mat. We'll reach the arms up, the feet are parallel, and we'll start to shift the hips back, hinging forward and finding a wide leg forward fold. Let the head hang heavy. Empty the breath. Press into the outer edges of the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold again. Any little bit, whatever your expression of this pose is. Maybe hands stay at your hips. Maybe they're on your thighs, on your ankles. Maybe they're on the floor. There's no right and there's no wrong. Let your body be your guide. Inhale, start to lift from the core, start to stand back up, pressing into the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up. Pivot the right toes to face the front of the mat again, bending into the knee, find warrior two. Open the arms up. Send your gaze forward. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, extended side angle. Inhaling and exhaling through your two poses, making them yours. Making it a dance with your energy, a dance that only you know how to dance. There's no right and there's no wrong. You take this in your time. You do what feels right for your body. Great, inhale, we'll meet back in a strong, steady warrior. We're gonna pivot the left toes, to face forward and come into crescent lunge. Strong in the foundation, squeeze that back glute, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back, plank pose. Move through your vinyasa or meet in downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling all the while. Send the hips back and up. We'll meet in downward facing dog. And exhale, send the knees down to the mat, send the hips back, find child's pose. We're gonna move through that again, that whole rotation all the way around the mat. You've done it once. You know where you're going. So trust your body, trust your intuition to take you where you need to go. Trust that even if your body takes you somewhere different than I do, even if your body is going somewhere totally different than this practice, that's where you need to go. And that's where you should go. Trust your intuition. Listen to your body. There's no right and there's no wrong. As long as you're listening to that intuition, as long as you're letting it be your guide, you'll be making the right choice. Inhale, send the hips back and up. Step the left foot forward in between the hands. Keep the back toes curled under, pressing into the foundation of the feet, foundation of the legs. Reach the arms up and over, crescent lunge. Squeeze that back glute. Squeeze the left thigh. Inhale. Exhale, pivot the right toes, opening up into warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, extended side angle. Inhaling and exhaling to move the body, move that energy that bubbles up from the feet, from the strong foundation of the legs, up through the heart and out through the fingertips. And moving in the way that feels right to you. Which maybe means not moving at all. Yeah? Maybe that means we stay in a strong, steady warrior, and we focus our gaze, and we shoot the energy out our fingertips in one direction. Maybe it means we're moving back and forth, swaying the arms like a tree. Maybe we're really dancing. Maybe. Whatever you need to do, feel free. We'll meet back in a strong, steady warrior. We'll pivot the left toes to face the long edge of the mat. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead. Step the heels in just a bit to turn the toes out. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips back, cactus the arms back, goddess pose. Inhale, press into the feet, standing back up. Exhale, sinking down. Inhale to rise. And exhale to lower. One more time, inhale to rise. And exhale to lower. Inhale, rise back up. Parallel the feet again. Turn the right toes to face the back of the mat. And sink into our warrior two. Opening the hips up. Opening the arms up. And then moving with our breath. Maybe moving through our two poses. Reverse warrior and extended side angle. Maybe holding a steady warrior two. In the spirit of self-exploration, maybe ask yourself, what brings you more difficulty? Motion or stillness? What challenges you more? What builds more heat? Inhale and exhale. Every new breath is a chance for a new choice. Great, we'll meet back in a strong, steady warrior. We'll pivot the left toes to face the front of the mat. We're in crescent lunge. Strong foundation of the legs. Build a little bit of heat. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back, plank pose. Moving through our vinyasa or meeting in downward facing dog. Whatever your body calls you to do, do it. You got this. Inhale, sweep the left foot forward, plant between the hands, crescent lunge. Lifting the arms, lifting the ribcage away from the pelvis, and melting the shoulders away from the ear. Strong crescent lunge. Deep inhale. Exhale, opening up, warrior two. Inhale, make your choice. Where are you moving now? Know that it doesn't have to be the same choice that you made on the other side. Every new breath is a chance for a new choice. And as long as you're following your intuition, trust that you're making the right choice. Know that you can make a choice and then change your mind. Inhaling and exhaling all the while. Inhale, come back to center. We'll meet in a strong, steady warrior. We'll pivot the left toes, face the long edge of the mat. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge the hips forward, forward fold. Great. Point the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Press into the outer edges of the feet. Hang the head heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Strong, flat back. Exhale, forward fold again, maybe just a little bit deeper. Inhale, use the core, lift yourself all the way back up. Turn the right toes to face the front of the mat. Extend the arms out long. And we're in warrior two. Take a deep breath. Make a choice. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, maybe you reverse your warrior. Exhale, maybe extended side angle. Inhale, maybe you're in warrior two. Exhale, make your choice. Where are you? There's no right and there's no wrong. Deep inhales and exhales. Let the energy build up. Feel it fully. And meet in a strong warrior two. Strong, still, and steady. We pivot on the back toes to face forward and find crescent lunge. Inhale, build some energy. And exhale, hands back down to the mat. Step that right foot back. Move through your vinyasa. Inhaling and exhaling deeply. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs. Empty the breath. And when you're ready, start to walk the feet forward, up to the hands to find forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees and stand up. Reach the arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Great. We're moving through that 360 one more time. We're gonna add a little bit of a twist to it. A little bit of balance. Trust your intuition. And remember that you can be shaky. You can wobble. You can fall totally over. It's okay. Just follow your body and make choices that are right for you. Ground through the feet. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Start to shift the weight into the left leg. We're gonna find tree pose. So maybe coming up onto the right toes, we start to find our balance. Maybe we bring our right toes to our shin. Maybe we bring it all the way up to our inner thigh. The only place we won't put our foot is right on the inside of our knee, just for safety's sake, yeah? So find your expression of tree pose. Embrace the wobbles. Focus your gaze. Focus your drishti. Focus your gaze on a still point. Inhaling and exhaling all the while. Great. Start to bring that right knee forward, extending that leg out in front of you a little bit. And then we're going to start to shift the weight so that we lean forward. We bring that right foot back behind us, and we're going to find warrior three. So we're making this T shape with the body. Maybe you don't come all the way to a T. Maybe you're standing up a little bit more. Maybe you're holding onto a wall. That's okay. Just find your expression. Keep the hips on the same level. Keep the focus gazed. The gaze focused. All right, start to bend that front knee, shift the weight back, and land in crescent lunge. Keeping the toes curled under. Reach the arms up overhead. Squeeze the back glute. Pivot the back toes, open up to warrior two. You know where you're going. Let your next inhale make your choice. Maybe you move back and forth through those two poses. Maybe you stay totally still. Keep focusing on that energy that builds up in the feet, builds up in the legs and the thighs, and rises all the way up through the heart, out the arms and out the fingertips. Send it where it needs to go. Fill the space around you. Inhaling and exhaling. Great, we'll meet in a strong, steady warrior. We'll pivot the left toes, opening up to the side. Reach the arms up overhead, step the heels in just a bit, and exhale, sinking down into goddess. Inhale, press into the feet and rise up. Exhale, sinking down. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to sink down. Inhale, press into the feet and rise up. Exhale, sink down one more time. Inhale, rise up, parallel the feet. Turn the right toes to the back of the mat. Find warrior two. Let your next inhale be your guide. Make a choice, move your body. Move your vessel. Move your body, this sacred tool for exploring that boundless and measureless self. Meet back in warrior two. Strong, still and steady. We're going to pivot on the back toes, find crescent lunge, and we're going to take a little bit of a hop. We're going to find that warrior three that we found on the other side. We're moving out of this the same way we came in. So start to shift the weight forward. Maybe bring hands to heart center. And when you're ready, we're going to press into the front leg. We're going to take off. Finding warrior three, finding your version of warrior three. Whatever that means for you. Inhale, start to shift the weight forward, bringing that leg out in front of you. We're going to lift it up, planting the inside sole of the foot somewhere on the leg. Maybe even keeping the toes on the mat. Finding your version of tree pose. Whatever that means for you. And remember that it doesn't have to be the same as what you did on the other side. Your tree pose can look different every single time. Honor your body, honor your intuition. For a little bit of an extra balance challenge, maybe you close the eyes, turning that still point of focus inward, focusing on the stillness of self, that unchanging self. Great, inhale. And exhale, bring the toes back down to the mat. Find a standing pose and shake it out. Let it go. Whatever just happened, let it go. If it was great, great, let it go. If it was shaky, great. We're letting it go and we're doing it again. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shift the weight into the left foot, coming up to the right toes, maybe bringing them inside the shin or inside the thigh. Finding your version of tree pose. Focusing your drishti, focusing the gaze, in a still point of focus. Inhale, bring that knee forward, extending the leg out in front of you, and start to shift the weight back, coming into warrior three. Still, steady focus. You got this. When you're ready, bend that front knee, send the right leg back, and come into crescent lunge. Lifting the arms overhead, inhaling and exhaling deeply. When you're ready, Pivot that back foot, open up, warrior two. You know what you're doing. Start to dance with the breath. Start to make your choices. Pressing firm into the feet. Drawing energy up and out the fingertips. We'll meet back in a strong, steady warrior. We'll pivot the left toes, paralleling the feet, lifting the arms up overhead, and exhaling to hinge forward, forward fold. Empty the breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold again. Just a little bit deeper maybe, or maybe not. Inhale, lift all the way back up. Pivot the right toes to face the front of the mat, bend into the right knee, opening the arms up, we're in warrior two again. You know what to do. Direct your energy with your inhales and exhales, making the choices that feel right for you. Maybe moving through those two poses, maybe not. We'll meet back in a strong, steady warrior. We'll pivot the back toes to face forward. And when you're ready, we're going to make that hop again. We're going to shift our weight into the right leg. And maybe you take flight. We lift off into warrior three. Keeping the hips level, keeping the back flat. Start to shift forward, bringing that left foot out in front of you, and finding your version of tree pose. Steadying the gaze on something still, something unchanging. Maybe that means closing your eyes. Maybe it means picking a speck on the wall and locking the eyes on it. Inhale and exhale, start to set that left foot back down to the ground and shake it out. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead, step the feet out just as wide as the mat, and turn the toes out a little bit. And exhale, lower hands to heart center and start to lower the hips down, bending the knees, coming into Malasana, yogi squat, yeah? So the elbows press into the inside of the knees. We open the chest. Inhale and exhale. Send the hips back down to the mat. Step the feet in. Hug the knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around your calves, your shins. And tuck your forehead into your knees, giving yourself a tight hug. If this is the first hug you've gotten today, make sure you make it worth it. If it's not the first hug you've gotten today, still make it worth it. Make it worth it whether your tree pose was all the way up to your thigh and perfectly still, or whether you were shaky and wobbly and fell over a couple times. Give yourself a hug and make it worth it regardless. You're worth it every single time. You're worth taking a break. You're worth this moment of rest whenever you need it. Inhale, lift the head back up. And move the hips back, extending the legs straight out in front of you. Reach the arms up overhead and exhale, folding forward any little bit over the legs. Maybe even keeping a bend in the knees. Inhale, lift back up. Step the right leg in and over the left thigh. Bring the left elbow to the right knee and start to press into it to open up the chest, finding a little bit of a twist. Yeah? exhale, come back to center. Step that right foot inside the thigh. Reach up and fold over the left leg inside the right thigh. Letting the head hang heavy. Let the forehead fold down to the knee. Inhale, start to lift back up. Let that right knee fall down to the mat. And start to turn your torso over the right knee. Lift the right arm up and over to the left toes. Finding a little bit of a stretch in the right side of the body. Inhale, reach that arm back up. Plant the right hand behind you and lift the hips, lift the left arm, and find moon gazing pose, finding a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, send the hips back down. And come back to center, sending that right foot out long. Take that again on the other side. Step the left foot in and over the right thigh. Bring right elbow to outside of left knee. Pressing in and opening up, twisting, wringing it out. Wringing out any tension. Wringing out whatever happened in this practice. And just keeping the good stuff. Yeah. Inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Step that left foot inside the right thigh. Reach up and fold over the right leg inside the left thigh, the left knee. Lower the forehead. Start to slow down. Inhale, come back up. Let that left knee fall down to the mat. Turn the torso over the left leg and reach the left arm up and over to the right toes. Inhale, come back up to center. Plant that that left hand behind you. Lift the right arm and the hips and find moon gazing pose. Exhale, come back to center. Extend both legs out long, reach the arms up, and forward fold. We're slowing down. Know that sometimes slowing down, the energy that you make while you're slowing down is just as powerful as the energy we make when we're moving a lot. There's no right or no wrong. There's a time to be still and there's a time to move. Now is the time to be still. Inhale, start to lift back up. Scooch the hips forward so that you can lay down to the back. Hug the knees into the chest, give them a squeeze. This definitely isn't the first hug you've gotten today now. It's at least the second, but you're still gonna make it worth it. Let the knees fall to one side, twisting out a little bit. Maybe let them fall to the other side. Maybe windshield wiper the legs back and forth. Just releasing any tension, taking any movements that you need to take before we land in Shavasana. Come back to center. We'll take one more pose before we land in Shavasana. We'll take shoulder stand. If shoulder stand is not in your practice today, just take an extra long Shavasana. Extend the legs and the arms out long. If you'd like to take shoulder stand, start to lift the legs overhead and lift the hips. Use the support of the hands on the back. Resist the urge to look side to side. And only hold as long as feels right to you. With your legs elevated over your heart. allow yourself to slow down and allow all of that energy that we built up in our legs today flow back to the heart, into the mind, open and ready to receive the benefits. Turn your attention inward. Turn the corners of your mouth upward. And feel gratitude for the work you've done. When you're ready to lower the legs and land in Shavasana, you can turn the palms to face upward, ready to receive, surrendering the effort, finding complete relaxation, complete release. Release the toes, the soles of the feet, the calves, the shins, the muscles in the tops of the thighs, letting the legs go soft. Releasing the muscles in the belly, letting the belly go soft. Letting the shoulders melt away from the ears. Releasing all the little muscles in the face, around the eyes. Releasing the mind from the grip of your senses. Letting your breath slow down. And your inhales and exhales becoming silent, yet deep. Reveling in the truths that your heart knows silently. Your heart knows in silence the secrets of the days and the nights. Let there be no scales to weigh your unknown treasure. Self is a sea boundless and measureless. Say not, I have found the path of the soul, but say rather, I've met the soul walking upon my path. For the soul walks upon all paths. Start to breathe a little bit deeper. Breathing life back into the body. Sending it to the fingers and toes. Maybe starting to wiggle them, bringing gentle motion back into the body. Waking yourself up. And when you're ready, roll to one side and cradle the head with your arms. Hug the knees into the chest and find the fetal position for one last moment to revel with those truths that your heart knows silently. one last moment of intimacy with your intuition. With the strength of your arms, start to lift yourself back up to an easy seat, letting the head be the last thing to lift, letting the eyes remain closed. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inside you, there's a bright, pure, unwavering consciousness, an inner light that never changes. An inner light that knows the secrets of the days and the nights. Know that any time you want to get in touch with or express those silent truths, that inner light, you can come back to the tools of your body and breath. That inner light in me honors and recognizes the inner light in you. Namaste.